What's up, y'all? Toya here, and I am back with another video for y'all. Before we get into the video, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Alright, y'all, so today I felt like we needed to dive a little bit more into this particular topic. Now, a little over a week ago, I discussed the new Food Loop app that is going to be coming out very, very soon. Now, if you haven't seen that video, you have no idea what I'm talking about. I highly suggest that you check that video out. So, like I said, I kind of touched on this a little bit, but I wanted to get a little bit more in depth in this particular topic because there honestly have been a lot of mixed reviews about this app. Some people are saying that the subscription model that they're using, it's a scam, it's a money grab, they're just trying to go ahead and get some more money. And a lot of other people think it's a great idea because they think it's going to weed out a lot of drivers. And others, they just aren't too sure because the app isn't even out yet. And that's a completely fair take, because how many times have we seen an app make some type of promise and they ultimately do not end up keeping that promise? And whether that's right off the bat immediately or sometime down the line after they've gotten you hooked and they decide to go ahead and make some changes. But regardless of all of this, the main question is, would a subscription-based model for gig apps actually be successful? Now, the first thing to look at is from the company's standpoint. There are various operation costs that don't even include driver pay. So unless you're working with these finances directly with these companies, you're not going to know what's going on as far as how much money is being moved and to where. But at the end of the day, the companies, they do still need to have some kind of profits, but it's really how they go about getting those profits. So going back to the Food Loop app, what they're describing is that drivers would have to pay $10 a month to get access to the platform and to start getting orders. Now, on the company side, which is something that I actually didn't look into at the time of me doing that video, but the companies, they also have to pay a subscription fee, and they pay $99 a month. Now, I don't know what it normally looks like for the restaurant, so I can't say if this is a good deal or not, but I can only assume that it's gonna kind of be similar to how some drivers feel about their fee, where you go and pay up front and you don't have to worry about the company skimming off any money down the line over time. But if you just do the math, just simple math, if you have 100,000 drivers that are paying $10 a month, that's $1 million in profits. And on the restaurant side, if you're paying $99 a month, let's just say they have 10,000 restaurants, that's almost another million. That's $990,000 worth of profit. So just off of that small number, that's nearly $2 million in profits. So with just using that example, I think it could be a fair take to think that companies actually might be able to sustain themselves just off of their subscriptions. And even if that's not their only source of income, if that's their primary source of income, you know, I think it's a fair assumption that it could work for them. Now, on the other side of things, as a driver, you know, I like to think of this subscription as an investment. I think we have all heard the saying that sometimes if you want to make money, you got to spend money. And that's honestly with any type of business. You know, think of like if you're trying to start a landscaping business. You're going to have to go and get a lawnmower and some other tools if you want to go ahead and start bringing in some money. Now, someone could gift you that equipment, sure. But if you're trying to scale up that business, eventually you're going to have to start spending some money, putting your money back into the company and upgrading that equipment so you can actually bring in more money. Even in crypto, because a lot of people are talking about crypto right now. If you want to go ahead and actually make some money and flip whatever you actually have to go and invest that money into something. And of course, you end up taking that risk, and you hope that based off of whatever research that you've done, all the things you've looked up, that you're actually going to come out with some kind of profit. Now, obviously, these might be some pretty extreme examples, but the same thing applies here. In Food Loop's case, you're paying $10 a month. And plus, keep in mind, you're getting 2 months free. Your first 2 months are going to be free. So what do you really have to lose? Because even if you were to say, well, that first 2 months is probably the honeymoon phase, they're gonna go ahead and get you hooked and everything and yada yada yada, whatever. But even if that is the case, if you went ahead and made a decent amount of money during that free trial, you still technically didn't really lose out on anything. Sure, you gave them $10 back, you gave them $20, $30, whatever, however long you decide to keep that subscription, you gave them the money back, but how much did you actually make during that time? Like I mentioned many times before, it's just all about perspective. But I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a lot of the folks that are fussing about this and not happy about the subscription-based models, some of y'all are probably those same people that still got Netflix, Hulu, probably DoorDash, whatever plus, Grubhub plus, all of this stuff that you're paying for, and you're not even using, you know, you're wasting money. You're not even using the subscriptions. At least with this, if you actually took that same money and put it towards actually making more money, you know, it's, I don't know, the math is not mathing though. But look, if it fails, it fails. But I would at least want to be able to say that I at least tried it, because I would much rather go and get into that door while I can versus being on the outside looking in thinking like, man, I should have just listened and actually gave it a try while I had the chance. You know, I ain't about to go ahead and miss out on no type of money. I'm just saying. But regardless, I just hope that if this does actually become the norm, that these subscription prices don't become unreasonable, or worst case, you have to pay to get priority, and that's just gonna create a whole nother mess that I don't even want to think about, because at that point greed has gotten into the way and it's just a money grab. But I'm not gonna lie, based off of DoorDash's track record, if for whatever reason they decided they wanted to go with a subscription based model for the drivers, I most definitely can see them doing that. You know, they'll get rid of acceptance rate and they'll be like, look, you want to go get the top dasher or platinum, whatever the, I don't even know what the tiers are for DoorDash, but whatever the highest tier, whatever priority is, they'll be like, look, you know, you can go ahead and pay your $15 to get in the door, but if you want that VIP treatment, you're gonna have to pay like $30, $40. I could see them doing that. I ain't gonna lie, I could definitely see them doing that. I just hope that I'm wrong in that sense, because like I said, once greed gets into the picture, man, a lot of this stuff, it goes out the window. You can have good intentions in the beginning, but as soon as that money start rolling in and you starting to see like, man, you know, I could go ahead and double my profits, triple my profits, whatever, that whole original vision, that just goes right out the door. Right out the door. Like I mentioned in my actual food loop video, there are some other apps that are already doing this. This isn't the first time that a subscription based model has come around. Like I mentioned, Dumpling does it, Citizen Shipper. I think I had a commenter actually tell me that Draver does it. And yeah, there might be a few other apps out there that I can't think of right off the top of my head, but it's nothing new. So if it does become the norm, hey, we're just gonna have to go ahead and wait and see what happens. But overall, as far as what I think about it, you know, if this allows the companies to go and get whatever profits they need to stay operational and do whatever they need to do, and drivers are actually paid fairly, the restaurants aren't being taken advantage of, you know, I am completely all for subscription-based models. Knowing what that company is taking up front, instead of just playing a guessing game on whether or not the pay that you're getting is the actual true full pay, you know, 100% tips, or them bundling tips and base pay, or whatever it may be. You know, I would much rather just pay whatever flat fee up front and make sure that I'm getting my full pay. As long as they're honest and they actually keep it that way, like I said, I'm all for it. I have no problems with it. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I got for this topic. So I definitely would love to know your thoughts on the subscription-based model. Do you think it would be a good idea that gig apps actually moved into subscriptions, or should it just stay as is, where you just do your normal sign up and you just get on for free to go and make your money? So let me know what you guys think would be the better option, and let me know in the comments. Now, before I go, I have to remind you guys to leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you do not miss a video. But I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. And as always, stay safe out there and keep grinding.